James Barstow is a Confederate spy occupied with the task of acquiring vital information from the Union. He boards his train and makes his way to Illinois with simple intentions, but he's, however, ill aware of the journey ahead.
Ain't this war the darndest thing?
If only compromise could be made.
Like that peace convention that Virginia made?
Exactly, this war is arbitrary, but I have to do my part for my side. James comes out of the train station, gets in the wagon, and heads to Camp Douglas. When there, he goes outside of his tent to the campfire and gets acquainted with the soldiers and notices that a lot of them are seemingly not wanting to be fighting this war. What's all this complaint about the war?
This war is the rich man's war and a poor man's fight.
We have far more soldiers. We're bound to win. Barstow, get down to patrol the north gates.
A few moments later, James and his partners get on horses to go patrol the area.
Why didn't we just compromise instead of having this huge war?
Compromise isn't working because both the North and South have different views on what is best for the country. Plus, the compromise we tried to make in 1850 failed because the compromise was unable to please both anti-slavery and pro-slavery groups.
Yeah, the only way the United States may have been saved from the war is if the North and the South were able to agree on a compromise. And they were not able to.
One of the reasons the war started was because of the unwillingness of the Republican Party, and the compromise was entirely feasible.
We also couldn't compromise because violence broke out in Kansas over deciding if the state was slave or free.
Over the years, we have made many compromises, but they all failed because of one side not willing to make sacrifices needed.
Okay, sorry to interrupt, but I was told to tell the soldiers that you guys are going to move out to battle in the morning.
Alright, we were just finishing up anyways. I think we should go to bed now.
James is walking around the campsite while everyone is in bed looking at the equipment and the supplies. Wow, look at all this equipment. James is startled as Christina approaches James in the tent.
Be quiet, they'll hear you.
How'd you know I was here? I thought you all went to bed.
I've had my eye on you since the moment you came to our camp, and I have your file.
What do you mean?
You're hiding something, James Barstow, if that's even your name, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
My God, look at all the men we've lost.
I beg your pardon?
I mean, look at how many men the South has lost. The battlefield is littered with bodies.
Was all this destruction worth it?
My God, look at how hungry those people look.
It is because of the fighting.
What do you mean?
The soldiers get hungry, so they take from some of these people.
That's awful.
Well, they need to eat.
James walked past some African American soldiers and sees them being tortured and hurt. Oh my gosh, this is terrible.
I know. Why are they torturing those poor people? This is just like manslaughter.
Why would they torture them like that?
I guess this is just our lives now. I just don't see the need for the harsh punishments.
James and the other men are walking to their next destination, making general conversation in the process.
Did you hear that entire cities are being burnt down because of this war? Those people, they lost their homes. Plus, all of those things have to be rebuilt, and that costs a lot of money.
That is terrible.
It is, but all we can do is just keep fighting.
This war needs to stop. With all the deaths, who will take care of the businesses? More importantly, if the soldiers die, who will take care of their families?
We get some help over here?
A loud boom is heard, and they see bodies of soldiers coming in left and right. But then a familiar body comes into Christina's line of vision.
gosh, James. I'll try to help until someone more qualified comes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Several hours pass, and all that is heard is more soldiers passing away and gunshots in the air. When James finally opens his eyes. Thank you for trying to help me, Christina. You truly are an amazing sister.
Sister, and why do you say that like you're going to die? Please don't die on me, James.
Goodbye, Christina. The poor soldier's eyes close as Christina falls to the ground and starts to weep. It's not until years later that Christina gets vengeance. Christina heard about a man being executed for murder and comes to the trial herself, but learns of James being one of the soldiers he killed, finally giving Christina closure that the others did not get.